Listen up, chosen one. Your whole being will be shaken by what I'm about to reveal. It's not a coincidence that you're seeing this at this very moment. You are on the brink of a seismic transformation, which is why God Himself has sent you here. You're going, Alan. Phase 2 is here. But take note, you're in peril. Holding back or hesitating is not an option now. The silent wishes you held upon and the prayers you said in the dark are no longer far-flung dreams. With irresistible power, they're charging in your direction. But you must give it your all on this voyage. Your bravery, your trust, and your complete surrender. You are surrounded by electricity. The doors will slam. Roads will become evident. The opposition is aware that your ascent is coming. But you must remain steadfast since this is a battlefield. Stop right here, pause the video, and do this before we get into this dynamite message. Click like and subscribe to help us reach 95,000 members. Additionally, include the number 99 in your comment. This is not a random number. It's a strong beacon that lets the cosmos know you're prepared. Since your soul is aware that you are being called into something bigger, if you are indeed a chosen one, you will see this through to the conclusion. You run the danger of missing the impending breakthrough if you turn away now. Are you prepared? Because it's all or nothing now that phase 2 has arrived. Come on, the holding pattern is over for you. The change has been announced by heaven. The heavenly clock has reached 0, and the wait is gone. Everything you've gone through up to this point, the shaping, the breaking, the secret seasons, was a prelude to this. You are not forgotten by God. He was shaping you. The tactic was to remain silent. And now your name is blaring throughout the sky. Phase 2 is not recommended. An activation is what it is. You're not just starting a new chapter in your life. You're entering a completely new realm of your vocation. There is never a rejection of a delay. The progress was magnificent. There is usually a countdown before rockets are fired. It's strategic, loud, and intense. Liftoff has begun, and you are at T-0. This goes beyond elevation. It is the act of execution. The runway has been prepared by your prayers. The engines have been fueled by your obedience. The kingdom is currently observing. You've made it to this point. There's no turning back now. There's only one way to go. Forward. Full trust, full power. The Most High has touched you on the shoulder. Not gently, not covertly, but brashly, clearly. This is the end of lurking in the shadows. Blending in was never your intention. You were designed to be unique. Heaven has summoned everyone, and the Spirit echoes your name. Isolation was not the purpose of your anointing. It was intended to question the status quo, upend systems, and disturb environments. Being modest doesn't benefit anyone. To keep it beneath a basket, God doesn't kindle a fire. You have been invited to be a beacon of light in the dark, a disruptor in areas that have been abandoned, and a builder where others have only seen rubble. All justifications and delays are now nullified. This call is not an invitation to a conference. It is being commissioned, and it is supported by all of heaven's authority. Even though you might feel unworthy, God's summons is accompanied by heavenly support. Your affirmative response will open doors you didn't even knock on. Demonic attention follows divine calling. It's your obedience, not your perfection, that has made you a menace. The inconsequential are not attacked by the adversary. He goes after the powerful. And you have turned into a threat to evil, dear. The mantle is the weight you feel. It's confirmation of that warfare. David was not crowned right away after his anointing. He was chased down right away. Your weakness was not the start of your battle. Your waking was the first step. Fighting your history is not hell. It fears what is ahead for you. Spiritual assaults should not be taken personally. Consider them prophetic. They are indicators of your importance. Here's the reality, though. What is against your life is not as heavy as what is on your head. God has given you a crown of purpose. Furthermore, what has already been decided in heaven cannot be undone by any amount of opposition. Remain steadfast. There is no attack on you. You have an assignment. In the important realm, you're not anonymous. Your name is well known in hell and carries weight in paradise. Similar to how demons didn't know your boys, you're well known for your authority rather than your skill. Those who walk in accordance with God's voice are acknowledged by the heavenly realm. Demons reacted contemptuously to impostors in Acts 19, but they were terrified of those who held actual authority. Now that's you. Your name is inscribed in the battle plan of heaven, and you have been marked by consecration. You are a key player in the course of divine destiny, not merely a participant. This is the reason for the rise in spiritual intervention. It's not arbitrary. Your existence throws the equilibrium off, which is why it's targeted. You are a bearer of kingdom remedies and a disruptor of satanic missions. Authority follows you wherever you go. You infiltrate atmospheres rather than merely entering rooms. It was preparation, not punishment, during those lonely seasons. God used isolation as a training field, depriving you of praise, diversions, and outside approval. It wasn't a jail. Heaven developed your character, honed your judgment, and strengthened your backbone in this exclusive school. In the throng, you'll need what you learn in solitude. Private depth is necessary for public platforms, and things are starting to change. The release has arrived. It's time to reveal what was previously hidden. It's not for your glory, though. It serves his objective. The light is coming to reveal his greatness within you, not to highlight your shortcomings. Popularity is not the goal of this public release. It has to do with placement. You learn to lead with integrity rather than ego from your wilderness training, to serve covertly, to construct without cheering. And now that the world is looking on, you have the material to support what God is going to raise. You've progressed from merely surviving to making strategic progress. God is no longer only concerned with benefiting you. Through you, he is creating dominion. This has nothing to do with accumulating. It has to do with authority. You're not being called to receive. You're being asked to govern. Asking for a favor is no longer enough. It is now your time to seize territory, to speak and change, to create lasting things, to plant flags where darkness previously reigned. You are not a spiritual consumer. You are a spokesperson of the kingdom. You have divine jurisdiction in addition to an anointing. Obedience leads to blessings, but maturity leads to dominion. Additionally, God is putting his faith in you to handle the influence infrastructure. This relates to the marketplace, government, media, education, and industry. You are the human embodiment of heaven's invasion plot, and your signature will be domination. It won't be in your hands, but things are going to move fast. When you're walking in sync, God's characteristic motion is divine acceleration. Doors will open for no apparent reason. You'll find favor in unexpected areas. Without manipulation, momentum will develop. However, ego is not the reason for this acceleration. It has to do with the proof. If you feel the abundance of divine love in your heart, now is the time to share it. You can help spread God's blessings by clicking the Super Thanks button on YouTube and contributing $20 or more. This divine gift will touch not only your life, but also the souls of many others through this platform. Each of you has a sacred place in God's great design, and your generosity will be the fruit of our prayers. Take action now. Share your blessings to exalt his kingdom, for you were created to do even greater things in God's loving hands. May God bless you. God is accelerating things to demonstrate his support for your endeavor. It will take months instead of years. Opportunity will abruptly clash with postponed dreams. Because acceleration necessitates agility, be prepared. Recall that Elijah outran a chariot because God's hand was upon him, not because he had practiced. You're currently behind that same breeze. When things appear to move too quickly, don't question it. It's heaven, not your hustle. Let God show that the moment is right. Feel the strain. The mantle is that. Mantles are heavy. They come with demands, sacrifices, and responsibilities. You're more than just a born speaker. You have been ordered to move. And the weight you bear is evidence that your goal is important. Because you are capable of handling more, you have been trusted with more. The unproven are not given mantles by heaven. Despite the fire, you remained resilient. The mantle now lies on you because of this. It is an indication that your voice has been authenticated. We have verified your trust. You are now hazardous to the adversary and trustworthy in God's eyes. There is a lofty mission attached to this weighty mantle. Being adorable is not your calling. You have been asked to lead nations, restore dysfunctional institutions, change cultural norms, and conquer. Avoid escaping the burden. Put on like a crown. It's evidence that you are deserving in paradise. Don't freak out when the ground trembles underneath you. It's a tremor of God. Failure is not indicated by disturbances. They are God's method of reorienting you. In order for the new to emerge, sometimes the old must fall. The turbulence is meant to open up new worlds, not to shatter you. Consider the trembling tree and the purifying fire. Only those who are resilient weather the storm and produce results. It's a heavenly reset because of your interruption. It serves as a spiritual reminder to get rid of old ways of thinking, complacency, and false comfort. God uses interruption to guide, while the enemy uses it to divert. You have to give in to the trembling. Instead, have trust and lean into it. Each tremor is a call to greater confidence. Upheaval is frequently necessary to achieve the kingdom breakthroughs you desire. Remain steady. It's going to be your biggest, most significant breakthrough to date. This isn't a theoretical vocation anymore. Right now, your task is live, active, and developing. The result of the patience, preparation, and prayers has been heavenly activation. You are no longer awaiting authorization. You have the power to carry out your mandate with courage. Preparation and activation feel different. It is the point at where worldly activity and spiritual downloading collide. You'll discover that what was unattainable is suddenly achievable. Your influence, your voice, and your abilities are all in use. Your quest needs to go quickly since the kingdom clock is running out. Recall Joshua entering the land that was promised to him. Although the terrain had previously been promised, moving forward was necessary for success. This is an invitation to leap into heavenly momentum without hesitation. To unleash what heaven has entrusted to you, the world awaits your obedience. Being commissioned is a duty, but being selected is an honor. You are being sent even though you were chosen for a reason. There is a significant difference. Identity is at the heart of choice. The goal of commissioning is to take action. Performance is now your role instead than potential. Jesus didn't only ask his followers to follow him. With power, he sent them forth. Although you were ready to take charge, leadership now demands action. Courage, clarity, and consistency are necessary for the commission. You have the support of heaven, but you will also encounter resistance. The kingdom does not want onlookers. It is searching for troops. Will you join the front line instead of staying on the sidelines? The weight of your anointing now requires that you publicly say yes and inform everyone that you are on the ultimate mission. You are more than just a person with a purpose. God's perfect plan on earth is embodied in you. Your life is a calculated move meant to affect generations, cities, and systems. Heaven is not a random place. It uses individuals like you to send solutions. Esther was heaven's plan to rescue a country when she took the initiative. Nehemiah was the restoration approach when he rebuilt the walls. You are a living plan, just like them. Where darkness previously reigned, you are the key to unlocking breakthrough. You have to think outside your local environment. There are repercussions from your vocation that go much beyond your immediate surroundings. Your obedience unfolds heaven's plan in human history, and your effect is gigantic. The kingdom is riding on you, and you are the plan. Discernment is always necessary for elevation. You can't take everyone with you into the following season. It's not pride that makes you defend your circle. It has to do with safety. Your destiny or anointing will be fueled by the individuals you choose to surround yourself with. Jesus kept his closest disciples close by and frequently withdrawn to pray. He recognized the value of spiritual protection and heavenly company. Distractions, bad influences, and exhausting relationships must be avoided if you want to elevate yourself. Keep your purpose and your heart safe. Make the decision to walk beside people who share your vision, respect your calling, and push you to advance. Your castle must be your circle. You protect your future when you protect your connections. Loneliness is not what this separation is. It's a hallowed place for achievement. The breakthrough is almost here. You can practically taste it. You have access to heaven's promises, yet the strain is it's no accident. Because the opposition is afraid of your success, every promise is met with resistance. The closer you are, the harder he will press. Consider Moses before the Red Sea, or Joseph imprisoned before the throne of Pharaoh. The strongest opposition always occurs just prior to the miracle. But don't let these moments depress you. Their purpose is to get you ready for your heavenly assignment. Maintain your composure and focus on the goal. Resistance is evidence that you are headed in the correct direction. Your dedication will soon be rewarded by the kingdom, but you must not give up just yet. Often, the breakthrough comes from the following step. Obedience isn't for you alone. It's for future generations. A single affirmative response from you has the power to launch a movement that changes nations, revitalizes neighborhoods, and transforms societies. Dear brothers and sisters, may God's peace be with you today. I am here to remind you of a profound truth. Our existence is grounded in God's divine plan, unshaken by the world's fleeting concerns. As the Holy Bible says, everything done in faith will be rewarded by God's abundant blessings. Luke 6, verse 38. Like that mighty oak tree, our roots are deeply anchored in God's universal truth. Every step we take, every stance we hold is secured by His power. And now, you have the opportunity to be a part of this blessing. When you click this super thanks button and make a $100 donation, this act will return to you 100-fold. This has nothing to do with short-lived celebrity or the spotlight. This has to do with legacy. Consider how a mustard seed develops into a powerful tree, or how a forest may catch fire from a single spark. Your next choice, your next daring move, has the power to start a trend that will persist beyond your lifetime. You find yourself at the nexus of fate and history. Never undervalue the impact of your affirmative response. Your voice, your vision, and your courage are what the world is waiting for. It's more than simply a moment for you. A movement is developing. Get up, get moving, and see the designs of heaven come to pass through you. God never abandons you without supplies when He invites you on a task. Now, divine resources are coming your way in perfect alignment with the tasks you have on your heart. It isn't a coincidence. It's orchestrated by God. You already have what you need to proceed. Heaven always provides before you need it, even if you can't see it yet. Consider Joseph, who was given resources at the perfect time to go from jail to the palace of the Pharaoh. It's the same in your season. Anticipate provisions that defy human reasoning when you venture into uncharted area. This will not be a typical supply. It will have heaven's own miraculous signature. Provision is more than simply cash. It's relationships, chances, knowledge, and goodwill. God sends people sometimes. At other instances, He delivers a new platform or a game-changing notion. Your mission is too vital to be delayed or neglected. So have faith that all the heavenly resources you require are already en route. The time to surrender faith that receives has arrived. Don't only inquire. Before the job starts, have complete faith that your demands will be satisfied. For you, the storehouses of the sky are opening. It is not an afterthought to make provisions. It is the cornerstone of your achievement. The reorganization of connections is one of the most obvious indicators that Phase 2 is underway. Certain doors will close as a redirection rather than a denial. While the folks you formerly walked with may disappear, new strategic allies are lining up to accompany you on your next adventure. The right individuals are coming at the appropriate moment from above. This is a necessary readjustment. You need a circle that will hone your vision and fortify your steps, just as David had the correct advisors before ascending to the throne. These people aren't just acquaintances. They are connections positioned by God who will open doors, provide knowledge, and offer support just when you need it. Don't let loss or abrupt changes depress you. God is making room for partnerships that are purpose-driven and long-lasting. The new will speed up your goal beyond your wildest expectations, while the old will disappear. These individuals will push you to develop, hold you responsible, and acknowledge your accomplishments. Get your heart ready to accept them. Vulnerability, judgment, and intentionality are necessary for strategic partnerships. Say yes to the relationships that bear the imprints of heaven and keep your spiritual radar on high alert. The foundation for your breakthrough is the network that God is creating around you. Favor is a potent form of spiritual money. An unexpected favor is a gift from God that shows up just when you need it most. There's no need to pursue it. It will track you down. Unexpected breakthroughs, invitations, and chances will start to appear. And without effort or pressure, these secret doors will open. Consider Paul, who was beloved by kings and governors, or Mary, who gained the affection of Elizabeth. Favor transforms improbable circumstances into opportunities for fate. When unexpected favor arrives, obstacles fall down, opposition wanes, and fresh avenues open up. This season will surprise you with times when everything works together for you. It's heaven's way of saying, "You're ready now. Walk through." People will talk favorably about you. Divine connections will arise and decisions will go in your favor. These moments won't last forever, so be alert and ready to grab them. Keep in mind that chance is not favor. It is proof that God is pleased with your life. The game is altered when it finds you. Maintain an eager spirit and a modest heart. It's almost time for the doors you hoped for to open. The spiritual economy is undergoing change. The period of postponed financial breakthrough is coming to an end. A wealth shift is also in progress. This transfer isn't arbitrary. It is strategic, focused, and in line with God's will. The blessings that were before delayed are now being given with strength and accuracy. Imagine this like a river altering its path. The flow is uncontrollable, and the floodgates are opening. Those who have shown themselves faithful are now receiving access to resources that previously appeared unattainable. It is a heavenly redistribution intended to strengthen those who bear the mandate of heaven and finance the kingdom's operations. This is your call to practice stewardship and charity. Transferring wealth involves more than just receiving. It involves stitching into other people's goals and aspirations. The magnitude of the upcoming crop will depend on how you manage current season. Be tenacious in your work, bold in your expectations, and dependable in your donations. God is doubling what was lost in addition to restoring it. The financial breakthrough you've been anticipating is now a reality. It's your current situation. Words carry power. They are spiritual proclamations that influence reality rather than merely being noises. Your voice will have more impact than ever in this new season. Your words have the power to alter attitudes, move mountains, and transform atmospheres. Your mouth is being used by the kingdom as a transformational weapon. Recall how Jesus used his words to unlock closed eyes and quiet storms. When your voice is in harmony with heaven, it bears the same heavenly authority. This effect is about time and harmony with God's desire, not about volume or eloquence. Your words, prayers, and declarations now carry eternal significance. Your voice will bring about breakthroughs, ignite movements, and unleash healing. Your words will smell of the knowledge of heaven, and people will seek you out for direction. Keep your tongue under check, since it has the power to both create and destroy. Talk to yourself and other people about life, hope, and destiny. One of your most effective instruments for furthering your goal will be the strength of your words. God is enlarging your boundaries. Now is the perfect time to click the Super Thanks button on YouTube and share God's blessings. You can contribute to his plan and become a part of this divine mission with a donation of $100 or more. Every gift reflects God's generosity, and I believe it will return to you multiplied beyond your expectations. Remember, his protection and blessings are with you in every step you take and every donation you make. You become part of his divine plan. You are a powerful, radiant being, unshakable like his mighty rock. Witness God's miracles, feel the fruits of your generosity in your soul, and illuminate the world with his confidence and courage. Be blessed, and may the Lord's light guide your way. Your familiar surroundings are going to give way to unfamiliar areas where few people have ventured. Your special talents and calling will be most required in these spiritual and physical regions. You are being sent to locations where others were unable to access due to lack of preparation, fear, or resistance. Consider Joshua and Caleb, who entered the promised land when others were hesitant. The secret to opening these new worlds will be your trust. These are not only geographical territories. They stand for new areas of impact, leadership, and influence that God is calling you to pursue. You can feel overburdened or unprepared. Remember, however, that God does not only equip the competent, He equips the called. Now is the moment to take risks and have faith that the same God who has carried you this far will continue to guide you. You will be stretched, challenged, and developed in the new areas. However, they will also provide unparalleled fulfillment and reward. Get ready to step into your heavenly birthright and leave your comfort zones behind. You are beginning to assume the role of leader. This is a serious matter. You are being prepared to take on leadership roles that have an influence on the entire world, not just in your neighborhood or country. The anointing on your life is spreading to affect generations, countries, and leaders worldwide. Authority is only one aspect of leadership anointing. Serving with bravery, intelligence, and integrity is empowering. You will experience pressure as you advance, but this strain will lead to clarity and refinement. God is bringing you into the world to be a strategic voice and a ray of hope. Through your leadership, people will be inspired to carry out heaven's goals all around the world. Alliances will be formed, and movements will be inspired. Think of the Apostle Paul, who led across continents and built churches. With the Spirit's help, you are following in their footsteps. This is a divine appointment for you. Get your soul ready for endurance, your intellect ready for strategy, and your heart ready for influence. Leaders like you are needed in the world. A cause of embarrassment is now being turned into a source of respect. The reversing season is arrived. Your narrative is being rewritten by God. Dignity, respect, and heavenly validation are being traded for past setbacks, disappointments, and injuries. A fresh day and a new chapter have begun. Stories like Job's twofold restoration and Joseph's journey from jail to palace abound in the Bible. You are about to experience a similar change in your life. Your identity was never the humiliation you held. That darkness was there to keep you back. However, God is now cleansing your name and illuminating your way. Honor is more than a pleasant feeling. It opens doors and puts you in a position of influence. You will talk more confidently, walk taller, and lead with more self-assurance as the humiliation subsides. This turnaround is evidence of your tenacity and God's faithfulness. Enjoy this time of year with thankfulness. Honor is on the way, and it will raise you in ways that will benefit not only you, but also those who follow your path. Justice promised is justice postponed. The roles are being reversed. God does not forget the injustices, betrayals, and failures you have experienced. Now, divine justice is working for you. Retaliation is not the point of this. It's about righteousness being established in your favor and restoration. Consider Nehemiah, who erected walls in the face of criticism, or Esther, who bravely stepped in to save her people. God's design of divine justice includes you as well. What was damaged will be fixed, and what was taken will be given back. Patience, prayer, and unwavering faith are necessary throughout this time. Even while the whole picture may not yet be clear to you, you may be confident that God is arranging events that are beyond your comprehension. Power is releasing justice, not just bringing it. Remain upright, maintain your moral character, and allow God to protect you. Your victory is assured, and the tables are turning. Your desire has become a reality. God is providing funds for this blueprint. You will construct something others can only dream about. Additionally, it will serve as evidence of heaven's faithfulness. This is a time of building, creating, and manifesting on a larger scale than you could have ever imagined. Recall Nehemiah, who overcame resistance and a lack of resources to rebuild Jerusalem's walls. God is the ultimate architect and supplier, even if your project may seem unattainable right now. He is releasing resources, favors, and individuals to collaborate with you. Building requires patience, trust, and time. Although there may be challenges, each one will help you improve your strategies and fortify your commitment. There will be visible evidence of your legacy. Organizations, campaigns, or ministries that change communities and people's lives. You are in the front of a significant innovation. The lifting of curses that have persisted in your family for decades, or perhaps centuries. This is the result of divine design, not accident. You have been selected to offer liberation where bonds once bound. You are the bloodline breaker. Old, damaging tendencies are being broken by your obedience. The enemy enjoys keeping families caught in vicious cycles of suffering, addiction, desperation, and poverty. Through you, however, God is launching a new legacy. The very foundations of your family are trembling with your bravery in standing up and proclaiming triumph over these curses. Restoration and healing are generational, not just personal. This breaking is difficult. It necessitates deliberate prayer, confession, and occasionally facing up to unpleasant realities. But keep in mind that you are not by yourself. Heaven is supporting you to change the story with unnatural elegance and courage. You are a live example of the possibility of freedom. When your kids, grandkids, and future generations live in the freedom you battled for, just think of the effect. A new season of blessing and purpose is being born through you, and the bonds are now breaking. Your influence's strength is expanding beyond your immediate surroundings. People will start mentioning your name with dignity, respect, and expectancy in circles you never even knew existed, doors you have never seen, and places you haven't yet entered. This is how your reputation spreads supernaturally, such as Daniel, whose knowledge was discussed in Babylonian halls, or Joseph, who was mentioned in the Pharaoh's court long before he was promoted. Decision makers and destiny makers will start to mention you frequently. You no longer have a local influence. It is spreading throughout the world. This is a result of God's heavenly approval rather than self-promotion. Your voice and character are being amplified in the spiritual realm so that people will pay attention. Since what you create now will have an impact on these new areas, now is the time to develop integrity, quality, and humility. Get ready for this evolution on a spiritual and mental level. There will be chances to shape these new areas. Be prepared to intervene with poise and assurance. Your greatest asset is now your reputation. The miraculous is not only a historical phenomenon. It's occurring right now, and you're going to have a profound experience of it. Moving on all levels of your life is healing. Your future is being reset by a confluence of financial miracles, emotional breakthroughs, and physical rejuvenation. God's healing force is abundant and ready to mend what has been damaged, bring back what has been lost, and uplift your soul. Perhaps you've been burdened by illness, heartache, or a lack of money, but the times are changing. Your life is about to take a turn that seemed inconceivable. When faith feels strained and hope is waning, miracles frequently occur. This is a call to expect the unexpected and to see beyond your current situation. Although it is not always immediate, healing is unquestionable. God is an expert at transforming adversity into happiness and shortage into plenty. So cling to his promises. Get your heart ready to welcome this season of miracles with thankfulness. As a result of God's powerful work in and through you, testimonies will emerge from your path, encouraging others to think that breakthrough and healing are achievable. Not only is God calling you, but he is also giving you well-defined success techniques. Your spirit is downloading these prophetic blueprints, divine intentions that will precisely and purposefully direct every action you take. You will no longer be blind. You'll move confidently and clearly. Consider these tactics to be divine GPS. They will guide your activities, help you make decisions, and show you when your breakthroughs will occur. These plans can help you see the path forward when uncertainty threatens to distort your judgment. Success in business or the ministry is not the only goal of these tactics. They're about the progress of the kingdom. They deploy resources, personnel, and spiritual strategies that will make the adversary falter. A supernatural advantage is being given to you, so you can outwit the competition and take control of your destiny. Keep your mind open, keep praying, and be prepared to record what heaven shows you. These prophetic insights are priceless gifts that can help you reach your greatest potential and move more quickly. The pinnacle of your calling is this: God's splendor is coming down on you. You will stand out from the crowd.